Hey y'all, welcome back. I'm Shayna Cersei. I'm so excited to paint with you today. So we're going to do another page in our watercolor journal journey here. Every day painting something new, whether we're motivated or not to do so, and it'll be something different. You can use this certainly as a challenge if you want to keep yourself going. If you just need prompts, you can use these videos as prompts for sure. But this is just me every day painting in the morning in my watercolor journal before the rest of my family gets up. Usually, sometimes if I can't get it all going before they get up, then I'll have to wait for them to leave. But we are going to get started. I'm going to use a little bit of pencil today to give myself a little outline, I think. I'm going to do some drawing, which y'all love when I draw. Again, this isn't like a step-by-step tutorial, but I'm going to make a little cow. I don't know why. I'm just inspired to make a cow today. So there's this like great little cow that I used to paint that I really enjoyed, that was like super, painted her in a bunch of different colors. Oh, I'm gonna go from here. So this is the muzzle of the cow, and it's kind of like close up, or her poking her face out towards the camera. And we'll give her some nostrils. Again, this is a nice little easy sketch of this cow. I'm not going to make it super de duper. Let's see if I can get proportions right. She's going to go right off the page for sure. Her ears are going to not be even in the frame, because her eyes are going to be like way over here. These big, beautiful eyes. Big eyelashes. And she'll have tufts of hair kind of in here. I'm going to scooch this out to the side a little bit. And then we'll have, let's see, is she coming from, we'll have her body. Which way will we have her body going? Just probably have it go kind of off to the side this way. So her big like rump is out this way. This will be her other side over here. Like part of her front area. All right, that looks like a mess right now. And this sketchbook definitely smudges a lot with pencil, this particular watercolor journal, but that's okay. I'm going to get into it. And this gal, this cow gal, I'm going to paint in interesting, not cow colors, so bright colors. And I'm just going to look at values. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put in her eyes, though, because that just helps people kind of visualize what I'm doing and not make her look like an alien. So we're going to keep in, and I didn't draw them in, but you want to definitely keep in some reflection for the eyes to make them look alive and not just dead black holes. I'm using Payne's Gray. Oh, my favorite dark gray color. And I'm going to let that dry. And it is going to dry lighter than black. And then I'm going to put another layer on it for some darker black areas. But that gives us some sense of like glossy reflection other than like the white part, but having some gray parts that are a little lighter and then some that get super dark. But you can see her big pretty eyes already kind of popping out. This is a very illustrative what would we call it? Whimsical with the colors, very kind of fanciful, illustrative, and kind of expressionist. Right, her nose, I am going to do that in pink, but it's going to be a brighter pink than like a flesh toned pink. So let's put a layer on here. And I think I'm going to change to a much bigger brush now that I'm done with the eyes. I'm going to paint that in. And I'm going to keep this really loose. Let me get a bigger brush. That will help me stay looser. Let's see, I have this size 10 here. This Princeton Velvet Touch brush. Drop in some more color in the center here, maybe even a little purple. Ooh, fun, fun, fun. So kind of the nose has a little bit of a divide in it. The muzzle. And I'll paint in those nostrils shortly after everything kind of dries. And they're just going to be pretty dark, actually. We'll start towards the inside, but as you go further out, they're going to get lighter. I can't help myself. I can't not instruct while I paint. It's super weird when I'm standing here by myself not recording anything. Just kidding. And you can see how those eyes got much lighter, because now we can go and add even another layer on and let some of that light gray kind of stand as it is. You don't need to cover it all up. Use that as like a secondary medium value highlight. There we go. She's looking cute. All right, what other colors are we going to introduce in here? Let's throw some blue in. Got some phthalo blue here, but I don't want quite this bright phthalo blue. So if I add a little orange, maybe this cadmium red, actually, it's gonna give me more of a navier color. Yeah, I'm gonna do a lighter. Showing some texture there at the top. I'm going to do this lighter wash, and then I'll put even some more kind of fluffy stuff around her snout here. Because some cows are pretty furry. I don't know what kind of cow this is. This is my magical cow. She can be whatever she wants to be. If she wants to be fluffy and furry. And then this darker blue is going to go around the side here. Definitely. I'm going to mix this with some purple. Ooh, very nice. Around the back. But see how we can just be loose and expressive. Just, I know this is the body of a cow over here. I'm not being too fussy about it. Just whoosh, whoosh, around the shape of her. And I think she's going to be pretty awesome and fun. I still got to do this other part of the muzzle, but I'm going to do that in a totally different color. Actually, I think I'm going to do the bottom of this here in this darker purpley color. That's her like lip underneath. Sorry for the tinging on the water glass there. Time for my clip. Oh, and I'm putting fingerprints in. All right, letting some stuff dry. Let's go back to, I think this is dry enough that I can add in some darker little wisps. A little darker around the eye. Try to decide, should I do, I guess, this area blue. Yeah. And then I'm going to put this layered right over the purple just to make this a darker, different color, a third color right here. Or like the leg might be kind of starting going down. I'm going to give her some beautiful lashes soon. Of course, my cow's going to have eyelashes. They really do, in real life, can have some really gorgeous and crazy eyelashes. All right, I'm going to let that dry. Dry, dry, dry. And I'm going to go back to the nose. We're at about 12 minutes. You can go a little slower if you're actually painting this. Drink your coffee. I'd give this another layer. Kind of split these two halves. So if y'all want to leave comments too with ideas for prompts or things you want to see in the future, those would be welcome, certainly. But I really like this just kind of low key. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if y'all like it or if it's too boring to follow along with. There we go. All right, so she still needs some other color around her nose area. I was going to do like bright, bright yellow, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this raw sienna. And things are still a little wet. I'm going to do my best to make it work. And with this style, a little bleeding in, I think is going to be just fine. I'll leave some whites. Oh, my colorful little cow. And then I'm going to get some more browns. There's some more depth. Definitely going to darken up this underneath, give it a shadow. Let's mix in some Payne's Gray. See how much bleed we get here. That's going to be a problem. They all behave themselves. Look at that. And what else? I think one more layer up here of some super dark. I'm probably going to regret this. All right, those are super dark. I'm rinsing off my brush. They're still going to dry lighter than what I put in there, but I'm rinsing off my brush so I can blend them out a little bit. Dilute them. And you can see I'm using my brush almost as a sketching tool in some spots. You know, I'm not being too painterly with it. I'm using the tip of it, kind of scrubbing back and forth and creating texture and sketching in lines. Put some of this dark, dark color over here. And this dark, dark color over here. Using some dry brushing. There she is, our pretty little cow. All right, I think I'm gonna be done. I could definitely do another round on her muzzle. I'm gonna put just a darker color towards the bottom and hope for the best. I'm kind of regretting it. It's a little dark. Looks like she has a messy face. But let's blend it out and let it dry. So I hope you enjoyed. I hope you painted in your sketchbook today. And if you haven't yet, I hope you're inspired to. Maybe do your own little cute animal, whether it's a cow just like this one or another animal that you like to draw or paint or would like to try, and just try to be loose and free with it. Use some different colors than would normally be used for that particular animal. And, you know, try to stay loose. Try to use a bigger brush maybe than you normally would. I'm going to give my gal some cute eyelashes. This is probably not the best brush for this. This is one of my student brushes. And they are hard on their brushes. So they kind of beat the tips out of them after a while. All right, there she is. Thank you so much for painting with me today. We're at just about 18 minutes, so I appreciate you sticking around, but a nice 10 to 15 to 20 minute painting in the morning or whatever time of day you like to paint in a nice loose style can really get your creative juices flowing. Thank you so much. Don't forget to check out the description, like and follow, subscribe to this video or to this channel, like and comment on this video. I'm Shayna Cersei, and happy painting, y'all.